Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the What a Deck profile for the Gladiator Beatbox deck. I'm just going to go through and say everything that's in here, and then I'll explain how you play this monster. So, we've got two each of Gladiator Beast Licari, Gladiator Beast Darius, Gladiator Beast Dimikari, Gladiator Beast Eskit, Gladiator Beast Bestari, and Gladiator Beast Murmillo. We've got one Raigeki, 3 Gladiator Proving Grounds, 2 Dark Hole, 3 Draw Muscle, 3 Infected Male, 3 Fire Aforementioned Tenki, 3 Waboku, 3 Defensive Tactics, 3 Reckless Greed, 1 Torrential Tribute, and 3 Gladiator Beast War Chariot. For our extra deck, we have 1 Heraklinos, 1 Nerokios, 3 Geysaris, 1 Esadari? Yeah, these names are something else. 1 Dark Rebellion XT Dragon, 1 Ragnazero, 1 Super Quantum Mecham Beast Areobos, the green one. We got 1 Black Ship of Corn, 1 Silent Honor Arc, 1 Giant Hand, 1 Heartland Draco, 1 Castell, and 1 Gagaga Cowboy, the side deck I'll go to in a minute. So, basically with this deck, you just want to beat them down as fast as possible. How that works is you've got your Gladiator Beast, and you've got Infected Male. Infected Male will let you target a level 4 or lower monster you control. It can attack your opponent directly, and then send it to the graveyard at the end of the battle phase. But you can activate your Gladiator Beast effect before this activates. So you can attack directly and then trade out for another Gladiator Beast, regardless of what they have on the field. This works particularly well with Dimikari because if he's summoned by a Gladiator Beast effect, can attack twice. So that's 3,200. We've also got Licari, who can have up to 2,100, which will be 2,300 if you can get all these Tenkis out here. Or even just one Tenki will put him up at 1,900. Darius is another pretty good. He's just got the 1,700, but he also goes up by Tenki, so you can get him 1,800, 1,900. And then, so these are the beatdown portion of it. And then these other 3 make up the toolbox. Bestiari, when he's summoned, destroy 1 spell trap. Murmillo, when he's summoned, will destroy 1 monster, and Eskit will let you grab a Gladiator Beast card from your graveyard and add it back to your hand. So you can use that to recycle any of the Gladiator Beasts, or preferably recycle War Chariot. This will let you negate a monster effect while you have a Gladiator Beast face up on the field. So you can stop your opponent from doing things, and then tag out with Eskit and get another get your War Chariots back. So that's the basic of how it works. That's how all the monsters work. Everything else in here is just allowing you to attack directly or to search or draw. So like Raigeki, your Dark Holes, your Torrential Tribute, you clear the field, then you can attack directly and get your monster effects. Proving Grounds and Tenki. Proving Grounds will search any of your Gladiator Beasts. Tenki will just search Darius and Licari. These are the ones you want most of the time because they have the most attack. These other ones are the ones you want to tag out for, so you want them in the deck most of the time. Waboku and Defensive Tactics. Defensive Tactics is essentially the same as Waboku, except you have to have a Gladiator Beast on the field. It's for the rest of this turn, monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle, and any battle damage you take is 0. So you activate that during your opponent's turn when they attack your Gladiator Beasts, and then they're not destroyed, and you can tag out and destroy some of their stuff. Likewise, you can activate it on your turn and attack into their things if you need an attack. That works the same with both of these. Draw Muscles, similar. You can target 1 defense position monster you control with 1,000 or less defense, draw a card, and that target cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. So if you summon Licari, or Darius, or Bestiari, or Murmillo in defense mode, you can use Draw Muscle on them. So that'll be draw power, and you can use it in the battle phase because it's quick play, and just like with Waboku and Defensive Tactics, swap out. And then War Chariot, I already explained. As for the extra deck, your main extra deck that you're going to be going into is Geysaris. I don't know these names. But he's 1 Bestiari and any other Gladiator Beast monster, and you can contact fusion. You don't have to use polymerization. As long as you have Bestiari and anyone else on the field, you can fusion summon this guy. So it's a pretty good combo just to tag out with Bestiari, pop a spell trap. If you get another monster, then you can go into this guy, destroy 2 other cards on the field, and when he attacks, he can summon, you shuffle him back into the deck and summon 2 of these Gladiator Beasts. So he can keep your combos going as well. also important, and to get him out, that's also why we play Darius. In addition to be kind of a beat stick, when he's summoned, you can special summon one Gladiator Beast from your graveyard, and its effect is negated this turn. So if your bestiary gets destroyed somehow, you can summon him back out, and then make Geyserus and shuffle him back into the deck, even though his effect is negated. Likewise, if any of your other Gladiator Beasts except for Millo are in the graveyard, you can use him to go into rank 4 plays. That's why we have just a toolbox here. The only thing really worth mentioning that's different is you probably want to play this guy just because Super Quantals are a thing. The big weakness of Great Magnus is that he's unaffected by all card effects except for other Super Quantals. So you can make Aerobos, the green one. You can make the green one and put him face down and then attack over him. So that's your out to him. That's why he's in here. Otherwise, he's not all that good. And then we've also got a couple other. This is Esadari. He's any 2 Gladiator Beasts, and he has 2,500 attack. Sometimes you need to just get over something, and that's what you use him for. Unfortunately, when he attacks, he doesn't shuffle things back. He's just there forever. So it'll stop your combos. Make sure you don't make him after Reckless Greed, unless you really just need a beat stick right then. We've also got Necromanticer. He's any 3 Gladiator Beast monsters. He can't be destroyed by battle, and if he attacks or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the battle phase. He's decent, but I've never had 3 Gladiator Beasts where I wouldn't rather just tag out. I've never used him before, but he has some potential, especially against more trap-heavy decks. Likewise, there's Heraklinos. I've used him a few times. He's Lakari and any other 2 Gladiator Beasts. He has 3,000 attack, so he's your biggest beater. He can also discard 1 card to negate the activation of a spell trap card and destroy it during either player's turn. And you can do that as many times as you have spell traps, or as many times as you have cards in your hand. It's not like a once per turn kind of thing. So he's actually pretty decent if you can get all these out. So you've got a lot of toolbox. You got lockdown. You got a lot of destruction, and you're just attacking directly, hopefully for 32 or 21. It's a pretty decent deck overall. The side deck cards, what I would recommend, Draw Muscles, your tag out card. This is the least essential to the deck and the least useful because it's not used in all situations. If you're getting against certain decks, like I was using my body as a shield for a long time just to stop against Mirror Force and Raigeki. This works pretty well. So does Forbidden Lance, that stops all spell traps. Parry's pretty good just for negating trap cards. And return 1 Gladiator Beast from your hand. Of course, you got to have Gladiator Beasts in your hand, so this is not as much. But if they're playing a really trap-heavy deck, you probably want to side that out. Otherwise, I'd stick with probably these 4. Keep like 2 of them, maybe 3 of them in the side deck and use them. Full Force Strike is another interesting card. You target a face-up monster. This turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Players take no battle damage from it. And if it attacks an opponent's monster, destroy that monster after damage calculation. This can be really good. Against certain decks that make really high powerful monsters where you need to attack on your turn. It's faster than Defensive Tactics and does essentially the same thing. If anything, it's a little plus because you can destroy some monsters with it. I didn't particularly like it in this one. I like the more trap heavy build, but this is definitely something to consider. And then also I'd side deck some of these other Gladiator Beast cards. A 3rd Bestiary in case they don't have as many monsters that can't be destroyed if they're playing like Burning Abyss. A Hoplodamus. This guy, he has the most defense at 2,100, and if you summon him with a Gladiator Beast, he has 2,400. So he can be good against certain decks like Gradles and stuff, really where you need to be defensive. Ritari, he's the most expensive of the Gladiator Beasts. When he's summoned, you can banish 1 card from your opponent's graveyard. So he's good for getting rid of certain things that work heavily throughout the graveyard. And Lanastia, if you just want to go for more synchro or more fusion summoning, maybe tag 1 of him in. If you're trying to go for Heraklinos really quick, his effect is you can banish 1 Gladiator Beast from the graveyard, and his name becomes that name. So you can become the Bestiary or become the Lakari, and then attack with, or then summon these 2 guys. So. Oh yeah, and one final thing I wanted to mention. My original build of this deck was more of a card-advantaged build. It didn't end up working, but if you want something a little less competitive, a little more trollsy, I'd recommend Halberd, Gladiator Lash, and Robin Goblin. Since you're attacking directly with Infected Male, you can make them discard cards all the time. Gladiator Lash, when you special summon a Gladiator Beast, your opponent discards 1 card. And Halberd is whenever a Gladiator Beast monster attacks, you destroy 1 spell trap at the end of the damage step. So between those 3, you can clear the field and clear their hand really quickly and just get a massive amount of damage. Of course, it makes the deck less effective if you don't have some of this draw power stuff in here. So use cautiously. But there's an idea. So anyway, that's it for this week. Oh, one last thing I need to mention real quick. If you're going to be playing this deck, settings, and take auto chain order. It's normally clicked on. You want to click it off. Because otherwise it'll automatically use the effect of Infected Male before your Gladiator Beasts. In real life, because they happen simultaneously, you can choose if you want to use this or this first. And you always want to tag out your Gladiator Beast first. So make sure you do that if you're playing this deck. Anyway, next week I'll be back with something new from Shining Victories. Until then, good luck, have fun.